Ooh, hey guys, it's me, Shanghai Pete, your very good buddy in the mix. Monday is, of course, the worst day of the week, and Monday morning is definitely the worst time of the worst day of the week. So I figured, let's do a fun little nonsense video to start your work week off right by helping you avoid doing any actual work for at least another few minutes. And what better way to do that than by convening another meeting of the Silent Hill Council of Skeptics. Now, before we continue, please contribute to our Please Save Me from the Algorithm campaign by offering blood for the blood god, or by subscribing, tipping us on Patreon, or by becoming a member of the channel. Links are down below. In the meantime, though, brace yourselves. I know it's early, but it's deep inside time once again. And I will get things started off right here by giving myself a severe humbling that I probably richly deserve. I admit I thought Silent Hill F was going to be a mobile game. I did. I proudly and arrogantly declared so in a video from sometime last year, I think. And that, without a doubt, was utterly incorrect. Completely wrong, in fact. So, I must take my medicine and admit to you all now that this time, I did not told you so. Silent Hill Press F is not a mobile game. Well, at least it's not just a mobile game, as it's been confirmed for PC, Xbox Series X, PS5, and hopefully Switch 2. So, not only that, but it also just got a new and admittedly not terrible looking trailer. So you know what that means, right? Yes, skeptics rise up. Yeah, after suffering a recent setback inflicted on all of us by the shockingly not awful Silent Hill 2 remake, Konami is back to give us another shot at being right about them. Yes, they've helpfully provided some more red meat to us, the haters, who admittedly don't immediately drop to our knees to begin ritually filleting them whenever they announce a new game. I know we're crazy, we're unhinged lunatics, I know. If you have not seen the new Silent Hill F trailer, I will run it in the background here, but the important part is, one thing that we can definitely be sure of is that they are not going easy on the gore or the more R-rated aspects of the game this time around, at least not when it comes to aesthetics, as it's been banned in Australia already. Listen to this ESRB description and tell me it doesn't give you at least half a chub. A little bit. A little chow. This is a survival horror action game in which players assume the role of a student confronting supernatural entities in a 1960s Japanese mountain town. Sounds cool so far. From a third-person perspective, players explore the town, solve puzzles that interact with characters, and battle enemy creatures, e.g. humanoid monsters, mutants, mythical creatures. That's awesome. Players use axes, crowbars, knives, and spears to defend against and kill enemy creatures. I didn't hear any mention of sexy beam shootout, though. So that makes me a little concerned.
Sexy.
Blood splatter effects occur frequently as characters are attacked. Several areas depict large bloodstains of the environment and near corpses. Some enemy attacks can result in players' characters getting impaled in the neck and or getting their faces ripped apart. Cutscenes sometimes depict gore and more intense acts of violence. A character burned alive inside a cage, a woman branded by a hot iron, entrails and sinew displayed on serving platters in fantastical celebration ceremony. A character sawing off their own arm, awesome little Ethan coded there. A character slicing off portions of a character's face during a ritual. Concept art depicts a nude mannequin-like character, yes, with exposed buttocks and partially exposed breasts, good heavens. The character appears in a creature-like form throughout the game. Now, I just want to say, I don't know whose job it is to write this stuff up, but please let me get a shot at doing it. That sounds awesome. But yeah, it certainly sounds delightful, so why all the fuss? Well, let's take a look at this PC Gamer article, which talks more about the prospective ban. From our good friends at PC Gamer, Silent Hill F is not messing around. Now it's been banned in Australia. Konami's psychological horror contains elements the Australian Classification Board has historically frowned upon. Good God, not frowned upon. Silent Hill F may not release in Australia thanks to a decision by the country's classification board. The horror reboot has been refused classification, which means its content is too extreme for an R18+ rating and is thus banned. As of right now, the organization hasn't explained what's behind that ban. It's not hard to join the dots ourselves. Join the dots? I mean, connect the dots? I don't know. Am I being weird about that? It's connect the dots, right? Not join. Who says join? Anyway, and Steam's mature content description for Silent Hill F is the best place to start. According to that listing, which is filed by Konami, the game contains depictions of gender discrimination, child abuse, bullying, drug-induced hallucinations, torture, and graphic violence. That covers 2 areas the Australian Classification Board does not like: drug use and abuse, whether implied or otherwise, of minors. Fallout 3 famously fell afoul of this board's distaste for drugs before the game was tweaked to accommodate Australia's rules. As for the latter, Blade Runner Enhanced Edition and Omega Labyrinth Z are recent examples of offenders. The ESRB's rating goes into more detail and is definitely very graphic, as we found out earlier. Set in the 1960s, Silent Hill F will take place in the remote rural town of... I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Protagonist Shimizu Hanako must navigate the twisted paths of, again, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, solving complex puzzles and confronting grotesque monsters to survive. According to Konami's mature content description, the game reflects the customs and culture of 1960s Japan. This isn't the first time a Silent Hill game has been banned in Australia. Silent Hill Homecoming was refused classification in 2008, yeah, big loss, mainly because of its extreme graphic violence before Australia introduced an R18+ rating in 2013. Games that depicted detailed body dismemberment tended to be frowned upon, understandably, I guess. Homecoming was altered and ended up releasing in Australia, boo, which is the way these things tend to go with some rare high-profile examples. Devolver refused to edit Hotline Miami 2 for Australia. Devolver, also as you guys probably know, is historically awesome, and it remains officially banned in the country. The same goes for the drug use depiction in Sludge Life. The game remains unavailable for Australians on Steam. I've never even heard of that. Whether Silent Hill F may be tweaked is hard to say. The areas the classification board take issue with seem like prominent themes in the game. I've reached out to the classification board for more details and will update when a response comes, and we will certainly cover it. Yeah, I would not hold your breath on this actually remaining banned in Australia, especially if it turns out to be a serious, big-budget mainline Silent Hill release, which all signs point to it now being. Konami, famously, is a rather large fan of squeezing every possible drop of cash out of every IP they own, regardless of the consequences, so I can't really imagine a world where they willingly write off an entire geographical market. That makes no sense, especially considering that this determination must hardly have come as a surprise to them. Part of being a big hotshot publisher is knowing what kind of shenanigans will get your product banned and in what markets. So I'd say it's probably a pretty safe bet that it's only a matter of time until we see a press release or something detailing exactly what their plan is to get this game on as many shelves as possible, both in Australia and everywhere else. Personally, I'm actually a little surprised at how cool I thought this trailer looked, and since Team Bloober failed to totally ruin the Silent Hill 2 remake, I must confess to having my interest slightly piqued for this. What about you guys? Is it still screw Konami and Silent Hill all day? Or did the tolerability of the 2 remakes soften you up a bit? Let us know in the comments down below, and we will be back on Friday to see just how many of you made it through the work week.
Woke up, smoke up, blunt, then I pass out, Woke up, what up, smoke up, blunt, then I'm back down, what? Woke up, smoke up, blunt, then I pass out, Woke up, what up, smoke up, blunt, then I'm